children! Yes, Salem, we're back!
Previously on episode 2. Mary and her team did some training near Violet City so Cobweb Jr. could catch up to his new friends. As they were doing so, a huge Pokemon called Arcanine popped out of the grass, and her Pokédex said that this was a Pokemon specially selected for her. Mary caught Flare and sent her to the meadow for the moment. Once all the training was finished, they spent the night in Violet City, Cobweb Jr. sleeping on the bed with Mary. The next day, Mary checked the map on her Pokegear and started off for the nearby ruins of Alph. Here, she studied more about the Johto region and some of the Pokemon that lived there. She also caught a Murkrow named Poe. She didn't manage to get an encounter on the next route as it was being stubborn, but Mary sort of found that a blessing since she already had Rubik's to deal with. At a Pokemon Center near Union Cave, she was gifted a fishing rod, which she decided to use immediately. The only place the Pokédex allowed her to use it was Violet City, so she began the trek back. What she ended up fishing out was a Metapod that had fallen into the pond. She named him Norman. It took all day to get back to Union Cave's Pokemon Center, so she spent the night there. Union Cave brought the addition of Alicia the Piloswine to the meadow, and on the other side of the cave they caught Audrey too, the Craydilly. When they finally reached Azalea Town, Mary took a break with her team. She watched as they all started playing together. Cobweb Jr., the baby of the group, had recently taken a shine to following Barbossa around. They were both pretty young, so their childlike playfulness meshed well together. Ka splashed in the small pond, refreshing his scales as Hercules tried to teach him to meditate. Rubik's stayed beside Mary, observing his fellow teammates, even though she encouraged him to go have some fun too. She felt bad for her Togekiss feeling so badly about himself, so she stroked his feathers instead of pushing. As she rested with her friends, she heard October start bellowing. He stomped through the area, crying out as a Spearow was pecking at him from behind. Apparently, when he was practicing his headbutt attack on a tree, he knocked down the Spearow. "Hercules, help out thy friend and use hypnosis," Mary commanded, jumping to her feet. Her Drowsy sprang into action and put the Spearow to sleep as October hid behind Mary. She threw a Pokeball at the bird and, click! Spearow has been registered to your Pokedex. Mary picked up the ball, then turned to October. "Sweetheart, Charlie here was not hurting thee. Thou art a rock and steel type, and as such, pretty well immune to his attacks. Now I know the shock was a lot, but thou art all right." October still looked a little freaked out, and Mary rubbed his face gently. Come on, give me a smile." October looked at her and beamed. "That's my boy. Now we'll work on your confidence as we travel together. It will be all right. We're going to—" Mary stopped talking and started to sniff the air. Something smelled familiar. She saw a swatch of black run by out of the corner of her eye, and she whipped her head around. "Impossible. I got rid of all those pests when I was in Kanto a year ago." As a man dressed in black ran by, dragging a Slowpoke with him, Mary saw a red R on his chest. She growled lowly, "Oh, Team Rocket, what are they planning to do with that little Slowpoke?" As she was questioning the scene before her, an elderly gentleman ran by at top speed. He was chasing down the Team Rocket grunt. "I'll save you, Slowpoke! No one is cutting off your tail as long as old Kurt is here," he declared. Mary returned everyone to their Pokeballs, save Hercules, and ran off after him. "Those dastardly villains, I'll not stand for their despicable deeds this time." Mary followed Kurt all the way to the Slowpoke well, and when she got to the bottom, she'd found he'd fallen off the ladder and hurt his back. He begged her to stop Team Rocket from cutting off any more Slowpoke tails. They were hurting the poor creatures just to make a profit off the meat by shipping it to a distant region where it was considered a delicacy. Mary propped the man up and dashed inside the cavern. From deep within she heard a voice questioning why she even cared to help these creatures. Why bother helping an old man and a bunch of animals when she endangered the lives of others for so many years? Well, the answer wasn't clear to even her yet, but she felt it in her bones that she needed to assist them, so that's exactly what she did. The first battle ended in victory. A pair of grunts were bullying a wild Meowth, so she caught Marie and sent her to the meadow for safety. Every grunt that came at her fell to her Pokemon's power. Sooner than anyone expected, she was standing face to face with the leader of this operation. Well, it seems we have an uninvited guest to our little slowpoke party. A child, no less, he smirked. Taking out my grunts was no easy feat, I'll give you that. But you're interfering with my business, just like that boy last year. Red. His fists clenched at the mention of the name. You act just like that hero boy that destroyed Team Rocket and exiled Giovanni. Wait, but didn't I? She muttered, then remembered that her Pokedex had said something. So when my trial ended and the memories of me were erased, this boy Red took my place. Excuse me, are you even listening? Proton shouted, and Mary turned her attention back towards him. It's rude to daydream when an adult is talking to you. Apologies, Mary said, then smirked, but thy speech was so boring I could not help but drift off. Proton ground his teeth. Boring, am I? Then let's see how boring you find this. Go, Breloom! He sent in a grass and fighting type. Attack! Barbossa, Ember attack! Mary sent in her Numel. Breloom hit him with Stun Spore, but his Ember came off at critical power and knocked it out. Good boy, Barbossa! Sandslash, in that little pest! Sandslash's claws gleamed in the light. Mary called Barbossa back and decided now was a good time for Cobweb's first official battle. She sent in her Bulbasaur, and Cobweb Jr. stopped his front feet and stared down the Sandslash. Mary was surprised at the hostility. Her Pokedex beeped. In Sarah Sanderson's journey through the Kanto region, a Sandslash ended her first attempt. Bulbasaur's father, Ivysaur, defeated that Sandslash in revenge later on. It seems your Bulbasaur knows of the long-standing feud. Oh, I see. Cobweb, make thy father proud. Use Vine Whip, Mary commanded. Cobweb Jr. charged at the Sandslash, took a scratch, then smacked it with Vine Whip, dealing a lot of damage. He turned on a dime as Sandslash used Defense Curl, and he finished it off with Vine Whip. Barbossa cheered for Cobweb, and the two gave each other friendly headbutts and congratulations. Proton, mouth agape, stared at Mary, who crossed her arms as the two young Pokemon stood at her side. Now, thou shalt leave thee Slowpoke be, and be on thy way, Mary told him. Proton growled under his breath, then pointed a finger at her. You may have defeated us today, but Team Rocket is rebuilding as we speak. You won the battle, but the war is only beginning, he snarled. We'll meet again. Team Rocket fled the cave, and Mary kissed her two little boys on their noses. Barbossa and Cobweb snuggled her happily. Mary looked at all the tailless Slowpoke and took some bandages out of her bag. She wrapped each one up gently, a pang of guilt flashing through her head every time one of them smiled at her. She was healing these little creatures, but she had put so many children through worse pain. Before she got lost in her thoughts, Kurt limped into the cavern. Thank you for all your help, young lady. These Slowpoke will be taken care of, and their tails will grow back stronger. And thanks for your efforts. I'd like to give you something in return, he told her. I'm a Pokeball maker by trade, and if you have apricorns, I can make Pokeballs for you. Here's a sample. He handed her a fastball. Thank you kindly, Mary replied. Wouldst thou happen to know if there is a gym in Azalea? Bugsy is the leader you seek. Good luck in your battle against his bug types, Kurt told her. She helped him get out of the well, and she took her Pokemon to the center, where everyone slept for the night. Cobweb huddled up behind her knees. Barbossa was at her feet, right next to his buddy. Mary liked the company, as it reminded her of Cabby. Her hand rested on October's back, and he slept with a smile on his face. Ka, of course, was in the bathtub, and Hercules slept on the window seat. Rubix again watched Mary fall asleep with her Pokemon from the top bunk. He couldn't bring himself to go down with the others just yet, even though he was beginning to fall for Mary. The next day, Mary got up before her Pokemon and noticed how isolated Rubix was making himself. She climbed up where he was sleeping and stroked his feathers softly. He woke up and looked at her. You can come down with the rest of us. No one is your enemy here. We are all friends. You know, I once raised a Pokemon who was a bigger challenge than you. It was a legendary Pokemon called Rayquaza, but I called him Broomy. He was aggressive at first, but we spent time together, and he became my best friend. He coiled around our whole team when we slept outdoors. Rubix, there is no need to be so afraid of getting close to us, she told him quietly, and Rubix listened intently. Come on, we have a gym battle today. The team gathered up and walked for the gym. Mary was ready for the fights ahead today, and that next badge would put her closer to her sisters. They battled their way through the gym trainers, and at one point, Cobweb Jr. took down 3 Pokemon on his own and began to glow. Mary gasped as his bulb bloomed into a flower bud, and he evolved. Ivysaur has been registered to your Pokedex. Junior, you look so handsome. Mary grinned and hugged her newly evolved boy. Barbossa and Cobweb were the same height now, and they head-butted. Together, Mary and her team approached Bugsy. The young leader smiled at her and her Ivysaur. I love it when Pokemon bust out of their cocoons in my gym. Your Ivysaur is impressive. So impressive I want to battle you with my auxiliary team to give it a fair chance. Is that okay with you? Whatever thou wishes, I do accept, Mary agreed. Awesome! Bugsy switched out his Pokeballs. Let's go, Sunflora! Barbossa, your turn. Barbossa used Ember, but Sunflora took it like a champion. It hit Barbossa pretty hard after using Ingrain to restore its health every turn. Mary couldn't let her Numel stay in, so she switched out with Rubik's. Rubik's used Air Slash and took it down to red health, but Ingrain restored it more. Rubik's moved quickly, and this time, Air Slash took it out. Grottle came in next, and Mary looked at Rubik's, who nodded. He was staying in. 1 Air Slash was all it took, and the last Pokemon was a Cacnea. Bugsy had wanted to battle Cobweb, but there was no need to switch. Rubik's nodded to Mary again, so she let him finish off the battle. Bugsy was in awe of her Togekiss, and Mary ran forward and hugged him. This time there was no hesitation before he rubbed his head against her cheek. Bugsy smiled and approached them. All you needed was a Togekiss, and you beat my entire team. If we ever battle again, I'm changing tactics. You've definitely earned the Hive badge. He handed her the second badge she needed, and she pinned it to her cloak. Your next stop should be Goldenrod City, so you'll have to travel through Ilex Forest. Be careful in there. It's pretty dangerous, especially at night. Thank you. We'll keep our senses heightened, Mary promised. Mary healed her Pokemon at the center, gathered some more supplies, and headed for Ilex Forest's gate. As she was entering, she bumped into a young man, and he spun on her. Mary groaned, having not wanted to run into this boy again. Ice crossed his arms. Did you get a badge too? He scoffed. I have 2. She showed them off, and he narrowed his eyes. You got Faulkner's? I don't even have his yet. I'll battle you for it, he sneered. I earned this badge, thou shalt not have it, she replied, trying to move around him, but he stopped her. That wasn't a request. He pulled a Pokeball from his belt. Wobbuffet, get him! Barbossa, stand aside. Mary wanted to send in Rubik's, but Barbossa, who'd been walking with her, was forced onto the field. Barbossa? Don't you know anything? Wobbuffet's shadow tag makes it impossible to switch Pokemon. Your Numel is stuck. Curses! Mary muttered. Barbossa looked a little afraid, and Mary was too. Wobbuffet was a problem the last time I was here. It bounces attacks back at double the power, so I need to whittle it down slowly and use potions in between. She had her strategy. Barbossa, we can do this together. Trust me and do as I say. He looked back and gave her a nod. Ember! Sucker! Ice chuckled. Mirror coat. The tiny bit of damage Barbossa did blasted back at him and pushed him into yellow health. Mary healed, which made Wobbuffet unable to counterattack. Mary had Barbossa use focus energy in order to raise his critical hit chances. Wobbuffet used Destiny Bond, which meant if he knocked out Wobbuffet, Barbossa would go with it. Mary wasted a turn by having him use focus energy again to shake off the Destiny Bond. Then she had him attack with Ember. She interchanged healing and Ember, all the while encouraging her Numel to stay strong. Ice was so confident in his strategy of blasting counter energy that he didn't notice his Wobbuffet was in red health. Mary saw her opening when he used Safeguard. Ember! She commanded. Barbossa blew a powerful flame and knocked out the Wobbuffet. Ice looked furious. Heracross, squash this brat, he shouted. Barbossa, switch! Barbossa barked at her to stay in. Okay then, Ember! It came off at critical power. Ice shouted for Horn Attack, and Barbossa felt the impact. I cannot let thee stay in. Come back, Barbossa. Rubik's, face thy old foe. Rubik's burst in and glared at Heracross, who smirked. Mary called for Air Slash, but Heracross used Endure and hung on. The next turn brought about his end. The last Pokemon was a Vigoroth, and Rubik's called to let him stay. Aura Sphere blasted from his mouth and knocked out the foe. Ice grumbled as he had to retreat to the Pokemon Center. Mary healed up her team and smooched Barbossa for a well-earned victory. They stepped into Ilex Forest and ended up catching a Sneasel named Lazarus. As they walked, a Pokemon attacked them from behind, but Mary was ready for it. Specially selected for Mary Sanderson. You may catch this Houndoom and use it legally. "All right, Houndoom, you're mine," Mary said. She had Hercules weaken it, and she threw the fastball that Kurt gave her. Click. "All right, Bones, welcome to my team." After sending Bones to the meadow, Mary ran into a young carpenter needing help catching his lost Farfetch'd. She managed to wrangle them and was given the HM for cut in return, which she taught to Hercules. As she traversed the forest, she ran into a woman wearing a kimono who was lost. Hercules saw the way out with her psychic powers and pointed in the right direction. "Your Pokemon is very smart," she said. "Thank thee. Wouldst thou like to journey with us to the end?" she asked. "I would, thank you," she replied, and they walked the rest of the way together. And now... Okay, let's mess with this, because if I don't, the game's gonna be too loud. This needs to come sit over here. What's up, guys? It's Casey's Elderman, aka the Fort Sanderson sister, coming at you finally with another I got onto my Switch box. Everything was broken. Everything was broken. It was all broken. Oh yay, Scoops! I'm so glad you got to see the Untitled Goose Game. It's so great. You need to make sure you're following me over on my Twitch, because we had a lot. Volume is too low on me. Okay. Well, that's as loud as I can get it.
So I don't know. It has blue snowball, so is that working? That's as loud as it's gonna get, y'all. Now there's an echo. That's because I unmuted a mic. So something's not going right here.
And I think it's this. There. I mean, my mic is right here, so... Like, I'm tapping on it and it's registering. You gotta love it. Everything gets screwed up. It's just fun. That was weird. Okay, whatever. I don't know. So let me just explain this whole fiasco before we really dive into everything. So we got new TV, right? That sorry, guys. Most of this first part of the stream is just gonna be Casey fixes everything, because everything's screwed up. That's as loud as I can get! It's as loud as I can get, people.
Maybe this will work. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. There's the echo again.
So, we got that back. That's as loud as I can get. I have it up to max. So... I keep doing audio checks on my phone.
Okay. I think I figured out the issue. Because I'm ready to just get started. I'm tired of dealing with this. So there we go. But what I was saying, yeah, everything... Okay, there we go. That's good. That's good. That's good. This is so stupid. I literally... Okay. Good. Good. I'm gonna turn the game back up just a little bit. Put it at 41. There we go. Okay. Alright. We're done. We're done with that. We're done with that. I am so not in a good mood anymore. So yeah, all of this because we got YouTube TV and I had to try to get it on here and it logged me out of everything. So Streamlabs was like, well, your account doesn't exist anymore, so let's just try this all over again. And I was just like, I had everything set up, so now I have to fix it all. This is fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Like the stream. Please consider being generous with super chats. Okay. Consider being generous with super chats because I love you guys, but oh my god, I go through so much. I was literally laying in bed like, I can set it up in 15 minutes, I always do. I can't set it up in 15 minutes tonight, apparently. I did some grinding. Everybody's level 18. She learned poison gas. He learned iron defense. Everyone else is the same. That's it. There's your team recap. I am PO'd now. I am PO'd because everything was broken. Please fight me so I can kick your butt right off the bat, sir. Ugh. That's perfect. So I'm fine, in case anyone needs to know. I just wanted to play Pokemon with you guys. I don't know, y'all. I am just... Whoa! I smell a super chat. McCall coming in with a $20 super chat. I was kidding. That was amazing. How's this? McCall, I can't thank you enough for that. Like, thank you so much. You get the first encounter tonight, McCall. Thank you. Whoa! Okay! Guys, I was kidding! You don't have to do that! Oh my god! I appreciate it so much! I smell another super chat. Rowan coming in with a $10 super chat. Okay, so McCall gets the first encounter tonight. Rowan gets the second one. Holy moly. I need to... Wow! You guys are amazing! That is generous as heck! That's... Thank you both so much. Oh my gosh. My heart. I wasn't ready. Oh shoot. Hang on. I gotta fix something. There. Haha. I fixed it. Okay. Sorry. Whoa! I smell another super chat. Monty coming in with a $4.99 super chat. That's their first one. Oh my gosh, guys. You guys are the best. I have the best community. I have the best community. So Monty's got the next one. The next one is for Monty. So it's gonna go McCall, Rowan, and then Monty for our stuff tonight. Guys, you are the best. You didn't have to do that. I was just kind of moaning and being mad about how everything went. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. I have the best community. And I'm so sorry for all the technical difficulties. Like, I cannot express to you how sorry I am that that happened. Like, that should not have happened. That was a surprise to me. Like, that was just, when I got on and everything was gone, I freaked out, because I was like, everything's broken, everything's ruined. I smell a super chat. Pam coming in with a $9.99 super chat. Thank you so much, honey. Oh my gosh, so Pam's got our fourth encounter tonight. I need to make a list. I need paper. You guys, I can't express how thankful I am for y'all being so patient with me and all of this nonsense that I had to go through to get everything fixed. To start somewhat on time, and then all the audio issues and the lag that we've experienced. Like, words can't describe how upset I was that you guys were enduring that on your end. Travis, your love is all that is necessary, but oh my gosh, I was not expecting people to actually do that. You didn't have to, but I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Like, oh my gosh. Y'all are the best. It's just, it was a whale of an issue, and I don't get upset for me because I know I can fix it. I get upset for you guys because I don't want you to have to sit through me fixing things when we could be playing games. So, it's just, I feel bad when that happens. And you guys have to endure it. Like, you shouldn't have to. I should be a pro at this by now. And then everything broke. So... it's just, yeah, I'm more upset for you guys than anything, because I try to put on a quality show every week, and technical difficulties are not a quality show, so... Hey, Jack. I just can't... I smell an amazing coven right here. That's what I smell right now. But... yeah. Again, I'm very sorry that all of that happened, and y'all had to endure my unprofessionalism. But if you could have heard the words coming out of me... You would have been like, whoa, she runs a family-style channel? Woo! McCall, I appreciate that so much. I appreciate that so much. It's like, it shouldn't happen, but sometimes it does. And I don't want it to. What I want to do is I want to destroy Whitney tonight because, like, I'm firing on all cylinders. So, we'll probably do our Goldenrod City stuff, and then we're going to start getting all those encounters, because we have the route after Goldenrod, the National Park, the route before Eckerty, and the static encounter. So we'll be set on everybody who paid for Super Chat on getting one. Editing you has appeared. Editing me has appeared. It's fine, though. It's fine. I'm fine. Oh yeah, we are going to be going longer than usual because of all the technical difficulties. Now that I'm running on the adrenaline of anger, we're gonna be fine. I am going to not talk about all of this because they're just like, here, take the daycare lady's number. So yeah, the gratitude I have for you guys is boundless, which, by the by, since I'm here, I know I posted about it. The birthday stream is officially a go. I'm gonna sign up for a P.O. box on Monday. We are gonna do fan mail. Please don't. Please just send letters or drawings or something. You don't have to buy me anything. You really don't. I should have swapped him, but that's okay. You don't. We did go through that part recently. So it's gonna be Sunday, April 14th. My best friend, since I was in kindergarten, who I'll tell our story whenever we're together, is going to be my partner this year. Bean Boozled Trivia is coming back. So we're going to be doing Bean Boozled Trivia, so if you are part of the Discord, start looking up some Hocus Pocus trivia questions to see if you can Bean Boozle me, because y'all got me pretty darn good last year. Yeah. So I would love to see y'all try to do that again this year. You did very good last year. So, it's gonna be at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, McCall. So I don't know if that's gonna help at all, but I will be having the mod up later. And you can still participate in the Bean Boozled Trivia regardless of if you are present or not. So if you submit your questions, odds are we're gonna use them. It is not who you think it... Oh, it's Sarah May, Monty. If you're thinking back to our New Year's stream, yeah, Sarah May's gonna be here. And we're excited. Tell her I warned her and good luck. Yep. I keep asking her, are you sure? Because you need to understand what you're getting yourself into. So we're going to be doing that. I will do a fan mail opening. You can purchase something to send if you want, but honestly, if you just wanted to send a nice letter about what you enjoy about the channel or stuff like that, that will make me extremely, extremely happy. It will probably go a little longer than normal, depending on what all we cover, so... Oh, we gotta go do that stupid radio quiz. So yeah, that's probably gonna be a thing with that. Because my birthday's on a Tuesday this year. Oh, of course it glitches out. Why wouldn't it glitch out? That's just where we're at tonight, isn't it? I gotta fix things. So the birthday stream ran a little longer than... I think it ran 2.5 hours opposed to our normal 2. And then, afterwards, yeah. But my birthday's on a Tuesday this year, and I was like, I don't really want to do it on a Tuesday, because sometimes I have to work late on Tuesdays and do programs on Tuesdays, so it's like, it's best to not do it then. And Sundays seemed to work pretty good last year, so that's what we're gonna do this year. We have a special quiz campaign. That's great. I will answer those questions. First question, can you check the town map with Pokegear? Yes. Second question, Nidorina can only be female? Yes. Kurt, the Pokeball creator, uses apricots. No, it's apricorns. Fourth question, it's impossible to use a TM on Magikarp. Correct. He's on with... No. Thank you. Yeah, weekday birthdays are meh. Yeah, you better hold your butt back to the gym. I will be working, because that's a busy week. Do I need to heal up, or I already did that? I already did that. Let's go into the gym. Let's kick Whitney's hiney. I want to kick Whitney's hiney tonight so bad. So, that's the plan right now, is we're going to do that. We're going to do a live Q&A, and we're going to do the Bean Boozled trivia and the fan mail opening. So, it's going to be a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun last year. I'm looking forward to doing it again this year. Oh, nice. That's fun, Pam. And speaking of birthdays, we got another Hocus Pocus one this month. Sarah Jessica's is on Monday the 25th, so we'll be doing a Sarah Sanderson birthday palooza video like we did for Kathy's birthday. You have an Aggron! How dare you! You're not as cool as October. But you are as sturdy as him, so I guess the only right call would be to kick your butt with Ka. That's the plan. Hopefully, nothing with this will happen again. Friggin' technology. And it's gonna be good. Oh, of course you have a grass type. That's fine. I've got our Barbosa. Oh, I love that for you. Yeah, Monday birthdays kind of suck too. But at least yours is awesome in October. I don't think anybody's close to evolving right now, so... I never remember how to get through this part of the gym. There we go. Hello, lady. Oh, it's so cute! I love Shaman so much. It still makes me very happy that we got one of those in Sarah's playthrough. Kind of a pity we didn't get to use it, but still. I love Shaman so much. It's so cute. This might hurt. Okay, it didn't hurt that much. Ooh, it might hurt a little bit more now. Woo! How about we heal up? Also, real quick, how did those of you who were on the Twitch stream, how did you guys like that? Do you like that style that we did? Because I enjoyed the absolute heck out of that. Oh my gosh, this thing is setting up to kill me! One more ember should do it. Ah! I made a mistake! It's fine. It's fine! Guys, that is like the second death Mary's ever had, y'all. Did we... So here's the question. We have an Arcanine and a Houndoom in the PC. Do we want to use a life potion on Barbossa? Because I'm kinda sad on behalf of Cobweb, but at the same time, we have some good stuff in the PC. I'm gonna leave that one up to you guys. Do you guys want to bring him back? No life potion. Monty says no. Because we've got 3, but there's 16 gyms in this game, so let's not forget that. Arcanine and Houndoom are pretty good. My stomach hurts a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, that one actually kinda hurts. I'm kinda sad about that. Like I said, I'm gonna leave this up to you guys. Because right now, we've got no from Monty, and, kinda want the Houndoom. Okay, I think everybody's kinda... Alright. Barbossa, I love you, buddy. I'm very sad that you're gone. Alright. So, let me see what kind of moves everybody's got. Roar, Fire Fang, Odor Sleuth. That's pretty good. Leer, Ember, Howl, Smog. Yeah, we only have 3 for 16 gems. Ooh, Flare has Intimidate. And you have Flash Fire. Both good abilities. Intimidate is really good, though. What do you guys think? Arcanine or Houndoom? Houndoom does give more type coverage. But again, Flare has Intimidate. I really can't decide. Both are good options. Both are very, very, very good options. Pam says Flare. Monty says Arcanine. Flare. It looks like everybody's wanting Flare right now, so I think we're gonna go with... Do a poll? Alright, do a poll! We're gonna do a poll! Let's do a poll! Alright, poll has begun. Once everybody has their vote in, seven people, 5 votes. Alright. I'm gonna give you another 30 seconds. Anybody else? I know. I know you are, Rowan. Alright, it looks like Flair is the winner. So we're gonna take Flair with us for now. Which means we gotta go grind. Because she is currently very weak. Y'all, Cobweb's not gonna be okay. He's not gonna be okay. Hopefully that's our only death. Because she did make it through last time with just Icy dying. And Icy, as much as I loved her, it was fine. Like... and I hate saying it. That's kind of how I feel about Barbossa. He was good. He was good, but we had good backup. So... Whoa. We're in grinding mode now, by the way. If anybody dies, they're not dead. Alright, so that's the plan. Things are, well, things are happening, apparently. Oh, I'm just trying to frickin' grind here. There's a little part of me that just wants to switch trainer in the gym. But that would be a little harder. So. Alright. Again, we have our Houndoom as a backup. Alright, Flair, you probably don't need to be fighting on your own just yet. Guys, that was coughing, by the way. That was coughing because, you know, Kentucky weather has been stupid. It's been 40 and then 75, and I'm just like, what is happening here? But I have not, because I've never actually watched the original Avatar. Yeah, it's okay. My ex-boyfriend used to bless me after I hiccuped and I wanted to smack him for it, so... But... Anyway, yeah, I feel bad about Barbossa, but I don't feel so bad because we have a lot of good fire types currently. That are arguably a little bit better than he is, although that ground typing was nice to have. Oh, McCall, I'll trade you. I will trade you. I wanted that snow. I haven't had my good snow this year, and, like, it's bumming me out. I do it like this, and I'm also not with anybody, so... It's not like I can give you guys germs through the computer. Hey, PK, I'm fine. You missed all of the chaos from earlier when everything was broken, and then we just unfortunately lost, Barbosa, our Numal, so we're currently training up our Arcanine, because that was what everybody wanted. So, it's fine, everything's fine. Mary just experienced her first loss of this game, which ironically was a gym before Sarah experiencing a double loss, so that doesn't bode well. For her sake, she better find Broomy or something. Alright, Flare's catching up pretty quick. Give me more Sneasels. Bronzongs will do as well. Bronzongs will do just as well. You lived with 1 HP and you put my butt to sleep. Rude. Perfect. Actually, I'll take all Bronzongs if you want to do that. Just let her melt all of the bells. But... Now, this week has been just kind of insane for my job, my actual job, because, like, so many people in my department are getting sick. Like, there's so many people getting sick, and I'm like, I am doomed. Everyone around me and all the desks are getting sick. Which is why I'm coughing right now. I'm like, please just be the weather. But I'm sure it is. Wake up, Flare! Flare! There you go. Hello. I don't want you. Go away. So we've been really kind of flying by the seat of our pants this week, and this is nuts. Yeah, I work with children, like, I go visit classrooms and stuff, so it's like, I could get anything at any time. And it would be to the surprise of no one. Like, my, she's not, we're partners in the fact that, I am the associate outreach person, and she's the coordinator, so, like, she just got sick recently with para-influenza, and I was both of us for, a few days, because she was out, and like, she came in with no voice one day, and I was like, oh my god, what is wrong? All of us were kind of... We're just trying not to die. It's fun. It's fun. Apart from that, things seem to be going well. But for me, with everybody getting sick, I was kind of flying by the seat of our pants, and then I was starting Twitch this week. I've been a little stressed out this week. So last night, I hung out with one of my best buddies, and her fiance, who is also one of my best buddies at this point. We got together, I made shrimp scampi pasta and chicken scampi for him because he's not a seafood person. I made that for all of us, and we watched Wonka, and then we, like, laid on our butts and fell asleep on couches and stuff last night. And then I came home, and I read 2 volumes of a manga until about 1 a.m. because I got too into the story. Oh, yeah. I know exactly who you're talking about. Oh, I'm glad you're feeling better, McCall. Oh, the norovirus. Yeah, we've been hearing about that too. So it's just been great. But we did that last night, and then I was reading the manga. Yeah, did you, McCall? How'd you like it? So it's just, it was a nice little break in those books last night. I checked out the first 2 volumes from the library, and they had 5 of them there, and I was like, well, I may not like this. We'll only get the first 2. I should have just got all 5, because I read both of those volumes in one sitting, and I was like, why did you not grab the rest of them? Because I want to read it now. So, yeah. That was a mistake on my part, but I can go get them on Monday as long as nobody else checked them out. Which I hope they didn't, because I'm enjoying the heck out of that. Yeah, I made it from scratch last night, Monty. I forgot lemon juice, so we didn't have the lemon juice in it, but that was okay. And I forgot broth or white wine. Yeah, it's a really fun movie. Like, we finished it, and my friend's fiance goes, I hope they make a second one, because that's the first time in like 10 years that I've actually enjoyed a movie to this degree. And I had to agree with him, with the exception of Hocus Pocus 2. I was like, you know, after Hocus Pocus 2, nothing was really doing it for me. Even before Hocus Pocus 2, nothing was doing it for me. Then especially after the second movie, I was like, oh, man, that was the best movie I've seen in so long, and now I'm just like, you know, nothing's really living up to those expectations. And then Wonka busted down the door and was like, hello, allow us to introduce ourselves, and it was amazing. But back to the whole scampi thing, I had no broth, I had no white wine, and no lemon juice. They had beef broth, so I made scampi with beef broth last night, and it tasted really good! So if you're ever in a pinch, beef broth works. No, I didn't take pictures because I also scalded my finger last night on hot boiling water from the pasta because it bubbled up and got me while I was trying to unstick it from the bottom, and I was just like, well, that just happened. So, yeah, scalding water burn, woo! But yeah, Wonka is just a really nice movie. It's such a fun film. Like, it's really good. Yeah, they were perfect. Like, they were the best kind of Easter eggs to throw in there. Because you just, if you caught them, and you went, oh, oh, oh! And if you didn't, it's fine. Yeah, Monty, you are gonna want, like, chocolate bars or something. My finger is fine. It was stinging a lot last night, but we got some aloe on it, and it's fine today. It's just really red. So. Yeah, have chocolate bars, because when they bite into the chocolates, you hear them kind of crunch into the hollow part where the center is, and you really want to do that yourself when that happens, so I have, like, little chocolate bars or something that I just kind of crunch whenever that happens, because I'm like, oh, that's ASMR right there! I actually got the last copy of it on Blu-ray and 4K in the Steel book, the collectible Steel tin one.